Time is of the essence. We must assist our allies.
Will this be the end for Resident Evil 9? Will they continue? Tell me something. I want you guys to list in the comments. What is your favorite Resident Evil games? Doesn't matter which part of it, whether it's on PC, PS2, whatever it is, name it in the comments and give me your reasons why. Sooner or later, 2025 is going to reach and we have no news about Resident Evil 9. So far, what we know is that Jill and Leon has been confirmed, well, hopefully. Now, the one thing we don't know is there are a few characters that we don't know that still survive. Back in Village, we don't know about Rebecca Chambers, Sherry, Jake, Ada Wong, Claire Redfield, Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine. During Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7, we only know about Chris Redfield. Now, I have a theory that on the Resident Evil 7 DLC, the female comms that was talking to Chris, that could be either Rebecca Chambers or Jill Valentine. I could be wrong on that one. Because the ending, if you guys played Resident Evil Village, I'm certain some of you have played, you should know the ending is where Chris found a body or a BOW made by the BSAA. Remember, they left the BSAA. Since Resident Evil Revelation, the BSAA isn't the same anymore. The new leadership changes things. That's what happens. So, here, why don't we check this article from Rely to Horror? That's a good way to know about a website. Resident Evil and the franchise in 2025. The wait for the Resident Evil games has been lengthy, but Capcom isn't leaving fans completely in the dark. It's been 3 years since Resident Evil Village hit the shelf. Rumor and tease kept the community buzzing. Capcom remains silent about Resident Evil 9, but a handful of confirmed details of the upcoming content hint at a bright future for the franchise. Now, according to director Koshi Nakanishi, who confirmed to be the helm of the next installment, Nakanishi couldn't share specific his involvement that has generated excitement among fans, given his history of delivering some of the franchise's most acclaimed titles. This includes credited as a design on RE5 and the director of Mercenary 3D, RE Revelation, and RE7 Biohazard. He returned likely to show Capcom's commitment, innovation, and quality for the series chapters. While fans eagerly wait for the news of the next entry, rumor mill has gone into overdrive. There are unconfirmed reports suggest everything from the return fan favorite characters Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy to deeper explore enigmatic connection. Still, fans approach these leaks with caution until the announcement from Capcom. Now, despite the game's silence, the franchise isn't fading away from the spotlight. January 2025 will see the release of George A. Romero's Resident Evil documentary, delving into the late director's unrealized for the live-action adaptation series. Oh, okay. The long-awaited Resident Evil 9 feel agonizing, but history shows Capcom's careful approach to development often pays off. The extra time could mean more polished, ambitious installment, one that builds on the series' legacy of blending terror, tension, and providing landmark horror entries. With an exciting director at the helm, plenty of buzz surrounding the franchise, 2025 might just be the year for Resident Evil to take center stage once again. Fans include all of us, okay, at Relay, I can't even say that word, sorry, should exercise patience. Good things are brewing in the world of survival horror. The scares, the mystery, the iconic characters we love are bound to make a return, bigger and better than ever. So I'm not certain what's gonna happen. Now, right now, the Capcom, they have another game. I think it was Monster Hunter Wild. I don't know. I need to recheck. The problem right now Capcom is facing is not just 9, but there's also remakes. Of which I'm gonna tell you this. Resident Evil 5 Remake is going to be the hardest thing they're gonna do. Reason is because of the settings. Africa. Because the only way I know Resident Evil 5 Remake will fully be developed is that they ditch their localization. Because as long as the localization is still within Capcom, which I'm certain it is, Resident Evil 5 Remake won't be developed. And not only that, even they say attention of horror, but they're probably gonna censor things. Knowing Capcom, I know them. Many of you know these. How do you think they get away with it? I mean, I don't know if Resident Evil Village has been censored or something, but I know they'll try to censor something. Also, we all know Resident Evil Village has DRM, which I hope Capcom, please, if you really want to release Resident Evil 9, do not install DRM. It's not even protecting your product from piracy, it's encouraging them. Yes, you say DRM is good, but how come people would still be pirating games? Unlike in Sony's case, Sony's games, most of them needs a PSN requirement. For the 180 countries that doesn't have a PSN account, what would they do? Pirate the game, or perhaps buy it on PC or perhaps any other platform, or even buy any other games. DRM and PSN account are bad for business. Look, let's just put it in there. What Helldivers 2 teaches us is that Steam, you cannot force people to just have an account. some countries don't have the ability. Why can't you, Sony, think about it? But I'm glad Sony Japan's is realizing this, and hopefully they can try to loosen up and not rely heavily on PSN account, which I hope they will do it, but that's just me. I think the Resident Evil Village, or perhaps Resident Evil 9, maybe they'll include some past or mentions what happened to the other characters like Claire or Ada, or perhaps Leon would marry both Claire and Ada, and Jill would find out. It's just a conspiracy theory, okay? Not true. I don't know when the release date is, but knowing Capcom, based on their recent release, hopefully it will release when it needs to be. So have patience.
Your might on the battlefield proved most impressive. With a little more training, you will be right up there with me in no time.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see me play games, or you want to see Woke or Anti-War Detected. Visit my second and third channel, or link in the description.